ladies and gentlemen, it is 𝗏𝗏. Today we're going to be talking about Pi-hole, network-wide ad blocking. So what this does is once you install this on a VMware machine or a Raspberry Pi or any machine in general, actually, it will be the middleman, and we can use this as a filtering system and use the pre-built stuff in and add also stuff, more add-ons. I'll show out the video, and we can block out ads, malicious stuff. I recently got inspired by watching Linus Tech Tips video, and he does a great job of explaining it. But he doesn't show the more advanced settings and tweaking things around. But this is where I'm going to come in and show you how to tweak things around. Here I want to talk about is when he explains if you're playing a game, it'll pop up with an ad banner at the bottom of your phone or on the top of it. What it does, it will send a request to the servers, the DNS servers, and it will reply back with that result. Now, with the Pi-hole, it will send in that request, and it will null out the request, so there'll be no more ads. So it'll either say banner could not be found, or it just will not display the banner whatsoever. So you should watch this video regardless, his video. However, again, I'm going to be getting down and dirty to the core of how to set this up properly with filtering systems in place so you can protect your network entirely. So let's go ahead and go to pi-hole.net, and you're going to click on the install, and it'll bring up towards this site. And this is very simple to install. So you're going to copy this line of command, and then we're going to go open up a terminal, and we're going to run it as root. I think I typed it in wrong. Yep, I did. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and paste in the command, and we're going to go ahead and run it. A couple things I want to talk about before we set this up entirely. I am using a VM machine, so when we go down to our settings, you want to make sure your network is on a bridge adapter, and you also want to make sure you have a static IP configured on this machine so it doesn't ever change. So Google how to set up a static IP on an Ubuntu server. And if you also want to use like a Raspberry Pi, I'll post a link down in the description where it's from Linus Tech Tips video. It'll send you to his forums. Okay, so this installer will transform your device into a network-wide ad blocker. Okay, this is free. Awesome. So the Pi-hole is a server, so it needs a static IP address to function properly, which I assume that you know how to do. If not, just YouTube it. And what we want to do is we want to have a custom. Even though that says Cloudflare right here, we're going to be using Cloudflare servers, but we want a custom. So Cloudflare servers is going to be 1.1.1.1. Oops. And add a comma after that, 1.0.0.1. And go ahead and hit enter and hit yes. And we're going to leave everything at default. So we're going to leave all of this enabled. So we're going to go ahead and hit enter again, and hit enter one more time, hit enter again, leave the recommendings on because we do want a web interface, and just keep going, hitting enter. So we're leaving everything at default. Once it generates the admin panel, we're gonna configure it with an IPv6 DNS. So when we go down here, it'll go to the IPv6. It should. More info. Oh, okay. Yep, there it is. This is the IPv6 that we're gonna be entering in. Also, I want to talk about, I was going through Reddit earlier, and there was this user named 𝗏𝗏, and I was taking a look at his configurations, which prompts me to do this little bit extra stuff. So, he talked about his display, a blacklist or a block list, which it will go to. Let me go ahead and open it up here. It's a whole lot of domains, and these are domains that have been collected throughout the years that are that will block ads, mobile ads, phishing, malfesting malware, tracking, telemetry, so on and so forth. So it's a huge domain list, which is what we're going to be using as well. Okay, so now it gave us the admin web panel and our password. So we're going to go ahead and make sure we copy the password. That's really important, because if we don't have that, then edit. Yeah, if you don't have that, then you won't be able to get in. So now let's go ahead and enter in the IP. Oops. /web or /admin. /admin. I think we have to reset it. Yep, we have to reset it. Okay, let me go ahead and save this real quick. Oh, that's not it. Wrong one. Make sure the password is saved. It is. Okay, we're going to go ahead and reboot, which will take a brief moment. Protect your privacy and identity. Unlock sensor filters if you're trying to get to a no-no site, or you just want to be anonymous. Whatever your reasonings are, you can connect to the VPN tunnels within seconds by using private internet access. Links are in the description. It's so low, like the cost is so low. If you're not able to afford for this, then you know you're just broke as just as I am, because I'm trying to get affiliates ads going on. Yeah, this is a sponsored video, by the way. VPN features, and look at all these great features: secured VPN account, encrypted Wi-Fi, peer-to-peer support, and so on and so forth. And you can connect to 33 different countries, and there's a lot of servers to go around. Plus, there's a fast download. I use this for myself as well when I try to get to those no sites. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the continued content, and thank you for the support. Links in the description. All right, so once the VM machine has been resetted, or your server machine has been resetted, go to the IP address, which was 11.0.0.9 for me. However, because of a recent or previous video, I've installed a web server on that, and it installed a light HTTPD, which conflicted itself. So there's two web servers that are running, and it didn't actually pull up the admin panel for this. So I'm using my main Pi-hole server, and we're going to act like this is a fresh install. So don't mind the IP address for me, that is. So once you go towards the admin panel, go to settings. And this is where we're going to go to the block list. This is where we're going to add the block list here, which has all those domains that have been collected throughout the years. So we can go ahead and paste that right in and hit save and update. Next thing what you want to do is, this will show 1.1.1.1, a whole bunch of ones, and the secondary, what we put in for the terminal. However, it did not ask us for the IPv6, and this is what we want to do, is for the IPv6. So back on, let me pull up 1.1.1.1. So once this site is loaded up, on top right it'll show DNS, then you just click more info, and this is where you get the address. So you're just going to go ahead and paste that in. Don't worry about the #, then 53, it will automatically leave it. It'll add it on. So go ahead and hit save. Then you will start to see traffic pulling through of what's okay, what's not okay. It'll automatically blacklist a whole bunch of stuff. If you want to whitelist a website, you can. This is where you whitelist it. As for blacklisting the site, we want to put a regular expression. So right here, I have regular expressions popped into play, because if a tracker with a URL tracker, it has like advertise, and it will use these certain characters to pull like the string, and it will block that out. So to get that, what you need to do is go to reg filters, or regx filters, and we're going to go ahead and copy this, and then you can add the expression right here by clicking add expression one by one. So as for back on the settings, what I want to do, actually, where was it? Update gravity. So this will update the list to block domains. So check at least once a week or once a month so it can update on the domain names. And now to get your device connected towards the DNS server so it'll automatically block out the ads, what we're going to do is open up our network and sharing center, go to change adapter options, then you're going to go toward your adapter, go to properties. I left my IPv6 disabled because it didn't automatically assign me an IPv6 from the DNS server, so you might want to disable that. Then you're going to go to Internet Protocol version 4 TCP IP v4, go to properties, and whatever your DNS server is, you're going to put in the preferred DNS server right here, and you're going to leave the alternate DNS server blank. So go ahead and hit OK, close out. You can also do that on your phones, on your tablets, whatnot. So now whenever you visit a website, what would be a good website? Fox News Chicago. They have a lot of ads. So I'm going to go to Fox News Chicago, and normally there's ads here on the right that are placed. The more I scroll, there would be like another ad and another ad. I do not see an ad whatsoever. R. Kelly, hurry up and get arrested. Sorry. So what would be another site? What about, let's see, Yahoo News. Okay, so Yahoo News usually has ads popped up everywhere. I don't see an ad. I just see articles, which, oh, maybe this is, no, okay, that's not an ad. It's a video. Some ads might pop up, and if they do, what you need to do is right click on that. Let's pretend that this is an ad, which it's not, but let's pretend. What you need to do is right click, go to copy address. Let's open up a notepad. And you'll take the first part of the domain name and you'll determine for yourself, do you want to blacklist this? Then you can take the subdomain name, then you can block out the entire subdomain name. So in order to do that, let's go ahead and close that out. You want to go back to blacklist, and you can add a wildcard, and you can go to news.yahoo.com. So now when you hit add, which we're going to go ahead and do that, it's not a valid domain. What, not no wildcards? Okay, whatever. You can check out the wildcards for yourself. So now when we go to Yahoo or news.yahoo.com, it should have blanked it out. We might, is there a save button? There is not. Do they have their own DNS? Okay, so we might have to flush our DNS, which we go to ipconfig/flush DNS. So now it still shows it up. Oh, there's an ad. Okay, so here's another ad. I don't know why it won't block that out, but we're going to block out that ad. So I don't want this site whatsoever. So we're going to go ahead and block that out. So some ads might pop through, which is common, but what you need to do is just block that out for yourself. It's not a valid domain name. Okay, so HTTPS and HTTP, don't put that in. Just put example.com. Now, let's try to go to this site, and it blocks it out. But for some reason, it didn't block out Yahoo. Weird. Okay, so yeah, the site's not loading up. Now, if we try to ping the site, which will automatically block out. So let's go ahead and type in ping. It couldn't resolve the address because we blocked it out. You could also do this on if you are a parent and if you want to block out those adult websites, you can as well. You just gotta like get a whole list of domain names that are, you know, adult site content related and just add those in. What I want to do is I want to ping that domain name that we just blocked from another site. So site ping test. So now, if we bring this on over here, all these other servers are able to pull it up. However, I cannot, because again, our DNS has blocked it out. So essentially, if there's malware installed, it would block that out entirely on the whole network. So if you want to block out porn sites, you can. It's all of what you want to do and what you want to allow. As for whitelisting, there was a site that we need a whitelist as well. Okay, so there's this site. I'm gonna close out a couple of things. So this site gathered up a bunch of listed some domain names for us that are good and that they won't track ads. So what we want to do is either install it right here through the commands, or we can go to the whitelist and add it one by one, depending if you guys want to be picky and choosy. So right here, the domain names, whitelist, and you just copy it all. What we could do is just copy this entirely. I wonder if there's a settings. There should be a settings where it's like, okay, so there's not a whitelist that you can automatically add in the URL. So it's either one by one, or what we can do is go towards our machine, SSH into it. Let me pull that up. We're going to SSH into it, and I'm assuming that you already are. Then you're going to type in cd/etsy/piehole, which we're already in the directory. So that's the command. And it will be the whitelist. W. Right there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and copy that. I'm going to type in Pico, which is going to be our text editor. And we're going to go ahead and copy in the entire URL of everything that's listed. And go ahead and hit enter, save it, Control-C, then save it. Then what we want to do is type in service piehole dash capital F, capital T, capital L, then restart or reset. So now it resetted. So now if we go back towards our whitelist, it should pull in the domain names, which it could load up more domain names you have. It'll give you like an error message. I tried to do that on the block list, and it gave me like, oh, it was an error loading, but it still blocked it out. So right there, boom, everything's all in. So now that we have a whitelist domain names, now this is not like the entire world, because there is some legitimate domain names out there that will not gather in your data. So I hope that this video was informative. I will drop links down in the description below. Check out my other channel, which is Hactual, which will get more, there's videos that get down and dirty and things. Be sure to use my supporter creator code when you go to Fortnite if you play that, or use my creator code when you check out, when you buy games from the Epic Games store. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. You all take care. Peace. Thank you for sticking around. Please feel free to watch my other videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow my social media. If you're feeling generous, check out my Patreon or send in a donation of any amount with PayPal. It really helps out with post-production, equipment, food in my belly, and also continue making free content for you guys. Links in the description. Y'all take care, and thank you once again.